Have you ever finished a trip to the doctor's office and thought, I'll remember to schedule my next checkup in 6 months, only to find 6 months later you've completely forgotten? Or have you noticed that you've been spending more time in your favorite chair than on your feet, and suddenly your joints are aching and you feel more tired than usual? These little patterns might seem harmless at first, but for anyone over 60, they can quietly add up to bigger health problems down the road. Today, we're diving into 4 of the most common health mistakes seniors make. Those everyday habits that unknowingly increase disease risk. But don't worry, we're not here to scold you. We're here to shed light on what's really happening and, more importantly, share simple ways to turn things around. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to watch out for and how to make small shifts that protect your health, boost your energy, and give you more peace of mind. Let's start with something that seems obvious but often slips through the cracks: putting off routine health screenings. It's easy to think, I feel fine, I don't need that colonoscopy yet, or my blood pressure was okay last year. But the reality is, early detection is one of our best defenses against serious conditions like heart disease, diabetes, and certain cancers. When you let years go by without checking in, tiny issues can grow into major concerns before you even notice. Imagine your body is like a car. You wouldn't drive across the country without getting the oil changed or the tires rotated, would you? These screenings are your maintenance appointments. They catch problems when they're small and treatable. So here's how to avoid this mistake. Start by marking your calendar the moment you leave the doctor's office. If they suggest follow-up in 6 months or a year, schedule it right then. Don't wait. Many clinics even offer text or email reminders. Ask to be signed up. And if getting to the clinic feels daunting, check whether your doctor offers telehealth visits for certain follow-ups. That way, you can ask questions, discuss any new symptoms, and keep everything on track without leaving home. Another thing that helps is to treat those screenings as self-care, not chores. Plan a favorite treat or a call with a friend afterward, something to look forward to. Once it becomes part of your routine, like brushing your teeth, you won't even think twice. And the extra peace of mind, that's a gift you deserve. Now, let's talk about another very common trap: sitting too much. These days, you might find yourself curled up watching your favorite show, knitting or reading, which is wonderful on a cozy afternoon. But if those sedentary hours stretch longer and longer, your body starts to lose muscle tone, your joints stiffen up, and you become more prone to high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, and even certain types of dementia. When we move less, our circulation slows and our metabolism dips, and that combo can quietly ramp up disease risk. The good news is, getting more movement into your day doesn't mean you have to join a gym or run marathons. It can begin with tiny changes. The next time you settle into your chair, set a timer for every 30 minutes. When it goes off, stand up, stretch your arms toward the ceiling, roll your shoulders, or march in place for a minute or 2. If you like to read, try doing so while standing at a high countertop or while slowly pacing back and forth. When you make a phone call, walk around the room instead of sitting down. If weather and health allow, a short walk outdoors each morning can be a game changer. Just 10 or 15 minutes of fresh air and gentle strolling helps loosen stiff joints, boosts mood, and gets your heart pumping at a healthy pace. And when you pair that with a friend or neighbor, it becomes a social ritual you look forward to, not a chore you dread. Another trick is to integrate movement into tasks you already do. Carry your laundry basket up and down the stairs instead of sending your helper up alone. Or do simple leg lifts while you wash dishes. These little shifts add up over the day and help maintain muscle mass, improve balance, and keep your circulation humming. And all of that lowers your risk of chronic diseases that thrive when we stay too still. So, now that we've covered how skipping routine screenings and sitting too much can raise our health risks and learned easy ways to transform those habits, let's move on to the third common mistake. So, now that we've talked about the importance of keeping up with your health screenings and finding little ways to break up those long stretches in your favorite chair, let's explore how what's on your plate can quietly work for or against you. It's easy to think that at our age, we've earned a few indulgences, a frozen dinner here, a salty snack there, as long as we move a little, right? But the truth is, relying too much on processed convenience foods and heavy comfort meals can tip the scales toward inflammation, weight gain, and higher blood pressure, all factors that raise your risk for heart disease and diabetes. I remember my friend Mary, who loved her mid-afternoon cheese and cracker plate while she watched her soap operas. She noticed her ankles swelling more than they used to, and her energy dipping by dinner time. She switched to stocking her kitchen with fresh fruit, whole-grain crackers, and raw nuts, and those afternoon snack attacks turned into easy bites of apple slices with a little almond butter. Within a few weeks, she told me she felt lighter, slept better, and even her once creaky knees seemed less stiff. Our bodies in later life often crave real, whole foods, things our grandparents ate every day, and they reward us when we choose them. Colorful vegetables bring antioxidants that tame inflammation in our joints and arteries. Lean proteins like fish or beans help maintain muscle mass so we stay strong on our feet. And slow-burn carbohydrates like sweet potatoes or whole oats keep blood sugar steady instead of sending it on that sugar roller coaster we all know too well. It's not about perfection. No one's saying you must give up your favorite pie, but about weaving these nutrient-packed choices into your routine so that, over time, they outweigh the less helpful stuff. A few simple shifts can make all the difference. Try cooking once on the weekend, a big pot of vegetable soup or a tray of roasted chicken and root veggies, and portion it into containers you can grab during the week. Keep a bowl of fresh produce front and center on your counter, so when you pass by, you're tempted by grapes or clementines instead of chips. And if you like a treat, balance it with a side of veggies or a green salad. These little changes help you crowd out the processed foods without feeling deprived. Now, there's one more common pitfall I want to share, something that sneaks up on many of us, but arguably has the biggest impact on disease risk of all, and that's the way we handle stress and rest. Life after 60 can be busy in its own way. Maybe you're juggling doctor's appointments, volunteering, caring for grandchildren, or managing finances on a fixed budget. All of these responsibilities can lead to tension in our shoulders, tightness in our jaws, and that feeling of racing thoughts when your head hits the pillow. Chronic stress like this raises levels of cortisol, a hormone that, over time, can drive up blood pressure, weaken your immune system, and even dull your memory. Pair that with poor sleep. Whether you're waking up at 3 a.m. with muscle cramps or scrolling on your phone in bed, and you've created the perfect storm for higher disease risk. I've seen it with my own family. My cousin George used to read news on his tablet in bed until he drifted off. His light-filled screen kept him alert, and he'd wake up groggy, stiff, and with a tense jaw. Once he committed to turning electronics off an hour before bedtime and spent that time instead with a cup of herbal tea and a few minutes of gentle stretching, his sleep quality improved dramatically. He felt more rested and noticed his mid-morning headaches all but vanished. What can you do to manage stress and reclaim restful nights? First, find small moments throughout your day to pause and breathe. Even 30 seconds of simple, deep breaths, inhale to a count of 4, exhale to 6, can tell your body it's okay to relax. If you enjoy music, build a short playlist of calming songs to play when you need a quick break. And try carving out at least 20 minutes before bed to wind down properly. That might mean putting on some soft jazz, reading a few pages of a book you love, or writing down anything on your mind in a journal so you're not carrying it into dreamland. Creating a consistent evening ritual signals to your body that it's time to shift gears. Dimming the lights, using a lavender-scented pillow spray, or practicing a few gentle shoulder rolls can be surprisingly powerful. And when you pair that restful routine with the healthy meals, regular movement, and timely screenings we've already discussed, you start to build a foundation for resilience against illness, against aches and pains, and against those sleepless nights that leave you feeling worn out. Understanding how stress and sleep affect your health sets the stage for pulling all these pieces together in a way that feels hopeful and doable. Each of these mistakes, skipping checkups, sitting too much, leaning on processed foods, and ignoring stress, might have slipped into your life without fanfare. But now that they're out in the open, you have the power to change them, one gentle step at a time. Take a moment to picture yourself a few months from now, waking up feeling energized instead of groggy, slipping into your favorite shoes without that familiar pinch in your knees, and greeting the day, knowing you've taken charge of your well-being. That vision isn't a distant dream. It's entirely within reach when you address these 4 common health pitfalls head-on. By keeping up with your health screenings, you're catching small issues long before they become big problems. Marking that calendar right in the exam room and treating each follow-up as sacred self-care sets a foundation of safety and confidence. When you sprinkle regular movement throughout your day, you're not only breaking up long stretches in the recliner, you're waking up your muscles, lubricating your joints, and giving your heart a gentle, welcome workout. Those tiny bursts of activity, whether it's standing to stretch every half hour, taking a brisk lap around the garden, or lifting your grandchild for a game of peekaboo, add up to a stronger, more resilient you. Choosing real, whole foods doesn't mean living on lettuce and brown rice forever. It means letting vibrant fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and hearty grains outnumber the processed snacks in your pantry. It means enjoying a piece of homemade roasted chicken alongside a colorful salad, savoring a bowl of oatmeal with berries each morning, and finding clever ways to satisfy that sweet tooth without loading up on refined sugars. Over time, these nourishing choices calm inflammation, support healthy blood pressure, and keep your energy steady instead of spiking and crashing. And by carving out moments to manage stress and protect your sleep, you're giving your body the downtime it desperately needs. Turning off those screens before bed, practicing a few minutes of gentle stretching, or simply breathing deeply to release the tension of the day. All of it tells your brain it's okay to rest. When cortisol stays in check and you drift into restorative sleep, your immune system grows stronger, your memory sharpens, and you wake up ready to enjoy whatever life brings. Think of these 4 adjustments not as chores, but as gifts you're giving to yourself. Each small step compounds, creating a ripple of positive change that flows through every part of your day. A bit more strength, a lot more peace of mind, fewer aches, fewer surprises at the doctor's office, and more time doing the things you love. I'd love to hear about your journey. Which of these habits feels most achievable for you right now? Have you already found smart ways to sneak in extra movement or wind down for better sleep? Share your experiences and tips in the comments below. Your story could be exactly what another viewer needs to feel inspired. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up so we can reach more seniors looking to stay healthy and vibrant. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you won't miss our future conversations on aging well, feeling strong, and living fully at every stage of life. Remember, aging doesn't have to mean slowing down. It means learning how to move smarter, nourish your body better, and protect your well-being so you can keep doing the things you love. Small changes, made consistently, lead to lasting results. You've got this. 1 screening appointment, 1 stretch break, 1 nutritious meal, and 1 good night's sleep at a time. Here's to your health, your happiness, and many more beautiful days ahead. You deserve it.